Hello and welcome to Out and About. My name's Elle and this is Portsmouth. Portsmouth is a port city and naval base on England's south coast, mostly spread across Portsea Island. It is best known for its maritime heritage and the historic Dockyard. The Dockyard is home to the National Museum of the Royal Navy, the wooden warship HMS Victory, the ship upon which Nelson died in the Battle of Trafalgar, and the HMS Warrior of 1860. The Mary Rose is also conserved in a Dockyard museum. Portsmouth has a long history. In 1212, the Domus Dei was built. It was a hospital for pilgrims. During the 14th century, Portsmouth burnt down 4 times due to wars between France and England. In 1380, Portsmouth was fortified, and in 1418 the Round Tower was built at the entrance to the harbour. Here we are on Warrior's gun deck. Warrior's ingenious design incorporated just one long, very stable gun deck, 100 feet longer than any previous warship. Her firepower could blow any other vessel out of the water. While wooden ships carried 32-pounder guns, Warrior had 68-pounders and 110-pounders. She was the ultimate deterrent. This is the galley, the ship's kitchen. Each week, one man from each mess was chosen to be mess cook. He had to collect the day's rations from the issue room and prepare the food. The food was put in containers marked with the mess number. The cooks in the galley cooked the food for dinner at 12 o'clock. Also on the gun decks were the crew's hammocks. These were held up directly above the ship's cannons so that the crew could react quickly if under attack. The thing that struck me most about HMS Warrior was the size of it. She's absolutely enormous. She's 127 metres long, weighs 9,210 tonnes, and she had a draft of 8 metres. She could reach speeds of 13 knots under sail and 14.5 knots under steam power. She cost £390,000 to build. On the 7th of May 1765, HMS Victory floated out of Chatham Dockyard for the start of an unusually long service. She led fleets in the American War of Independence, the French Revolutionary War and the Napoleonic War. In 1805 she earned her place in history as Vice Admiral Nelson's flagship in Britain's greatest naval victory, the defeat of the French and Spanish at the Battle of Trafalgar. Victory's service did not end with Nelson's death. However, and in 1808 she was recommissioned to lead the fleet into the Baltic. But 4 years later she was no longer needed and retired into harbour services. In 1922 she was placed permanently into dry dock, where she remains today, and has welcomed millions of visitors as a museum and the oldest commissioned warship in the world. HMS Victory, Nelson's ship, 1805, Battle of Trafalgar. The doors are tiny. They're probably, 5 foot?
Oh, yeah,
5 foot. Whoa, having to duck. There are many things to see at the historic Dockyard in Portsmouth. I'm not going to show you around all of them. There are too many. I think there are about 8. The ticket price is really good. It's £39 each. but that includes entrance to everything except the Mary Rose. You have to pay separately for that. I'll show you one last thing in Portsmouth, and that's the National Museum of the Royal Navy. The ship figurehead, which was popular between the 16th and 20th centuries, is a carved wooden decoration located on the bow of the vessel. The ship's figurehead were the highlight of ancient shipbuilding and architecture, till their redundancy on account of developments in vessel building and architecture. That's the end of the Portsmouth part. I'm going to just leave you with a few pictures of Boathouse number 4, which is well worth a visit to.
No, not that one, the big guy.
It's a 3-in-1 whaler. Like I know what that is. Row, row, row your boat if you're first sailed.